Welcome back to Just Politics. I'm your host, Nikki Kane. Tonight we're interviewing Allie Ryan, documentary filmmaker, artist, and advocate who's currently running for City Council. Please give a warm welcome to Allie Ryan.
Hello, my name is Allie Ryan. I'm originally from Richmond, Virginia, and I moved to New York City almost 20 years ago. And I've been living here with my husband and my children. And I've worked as a documentary filmmaker, as an artist, I've worked as an activist as well. And so it's been wonderful to live here. And now I want to give back by running for office.
Allie, please share with the audience what motivated you to run for this position.
I decided to run actually in 2021 because I realized that the council member representing this seat did not represent the people who lived here. And I saw that firsthand, that she approved a really bad flood protection plan called the Eastside Coastal Resiliency Project, which just has destroyed an 85-year-old 60-acre park, and in the name of flood protection. We need flood protection, but the community had worked for 4 years with the city to create a plan that would have preserved the majority of the park, and it would have been sustainable. What we're getting is nothing close to that. But what it has led me to realize running for office is that we need leaders who are transparent and are willing to be held accountable and to stand with their residents who live here. And ultimately, that is why I'm running today, is because I am passionate about sustainability. I am passionate about affordability, enabling people to live and work here for the long term. But we need elected officials who will stand with us, and as opposed to answering to the mayor, as opposed to answering to lobbyists, as opposed to answering to anyone but the residents. And that is why I'm running.
Can you please share with the audience your top 3 priorities for your position as City Council?
For my top 3 issues, number 1, safer streets and sidewalks. Number 2, small businesses. And number 3, homelessness. I am running for City Council for one simple reason: that our city deserves a return to truth, sanity, accountability, particularly for the sake of our children's future of the city and our elderly aging in place. For safer streets and sidewalks, everyone tells me that they're scared about crossing an intersection because they're afraid they're going to get hit by an e-bike. So I advocate for Priscilla's Law to register and license e-bikes. I've gone to Albany as well as City Council. One of my opponents actually refuses to sign on to Priscilla's Law to pass it. So I am the only candidate in this race who's advocating for this bill, and we will save lives immediately once this bill passes. In regard to small businesses, I have the past few years, chain stores, predator landlords, and developers have come into our district, crippling small businesses and threatening the fabric of our community. COVID quickened these trends, and now there is at least one empty storefront on every block. Under me, those days will be over. I will fight to bring back affordable opportunities so residents can start businesses here. We have to put residents first, especially since we're under congestion pricing, that people are paying $9 to come here. our goods and services are getting congestion pricing surcharges, it's increasing our cost of living. So we need to be able to become self-sufficient living here. And then number 3, homelessness. Everybody has seen for years the same homeless person on their block, and it's gotten to the point that it's inhumane. Our elected officials have coached us to believe that violent, mentally ill, homeless people who are having substance abuse issues is the cause of crime. And so we need to increase funding for nonprofit social workers to reach out to them. Well, I challenge that. We have over 126,000 people in the homeless shelter system right now. 39,000 are children. So we have an affordability issue, a crisis. We need to free up affordable housing. It's not about building new housing. We need to renovate NYCHA. I have advocated to put whatever discretionary funding I can come up with and put it towards renovating the 17 NYCHA developments in my district. Secondly, we need to give subsidies to the small property owners and honestly change laws in Albany to make it more fair for for landlords and for tenants, so they can rent out the apartments. We have 60,000 warehoused, rent stabilized and rent controlled apartments. If we can free those up, we can help people get out of the homeless shelter system and into a stable environment and to be able to get back on their feet. Because I believe that not everyone of that 126,000 people in the homeless shelter system are violent, mentally ill, or have substance abuse issues. So we need practical solutions, and we need to help people find stability and get back on their feet so they can be productive members of New York City.
Hi, Allie. Please share with the audience why you would be the best candidate for City Council.
So this is my 3rd time running for office, and I want to represent all of our district, as I have a track record of doing so at City Hall to the courtroom, from fighting for East River Park and better flood protection in the east, to saving the Morton Williams grocery store and the Tony Dapolita Recreation Center, while helping seniors age in place and addressing illegal smoke shops. The mayor has had to intervene to support the police in Washington Square Park area because our elected officials' approach to crime has failed. Together, many of us have crowdfunded lawsuits to stop unwanted, unpopular, disastrous public policies, which could have prevented if our electeds had the political will to stand for us. Unlike my opponents, I am not endorsed by special interest groups. I have learned to navigate City Hall and City Council politics by fighting to do what you, the people, want, not prescribed by the Democratic machine. Day one, I will work to pass Priscilla's Law to protect us from e-bikes. I will fix the brown polluted water in NYCHA's Jacob Rees houses, and I will introduce a bill to protect community gardens by zoning them to be community land trusts. With my community service and street neighborhood smarts, I am the smart first choice for City Council. With 2 decades of experience as an environmental bicycling land use activist and organizer, part of 7 lawsuits suing for good government and community improvements and a nonprofit creator, I represent a return to putting constituents first. A leader who listens and tackles chronic problems and simply tough issues and noticeably improved residents' day-to-day lives as they walk down the street. Thank you.
Thank you, Allie, for joining us tonight for this interview on Just Politics. And to our audience, have a good night.